Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Weird Products. I'm your host, Rusty's95, here on Guest Host Week of 2026. Huge thank you to Ty for inviting me to do this. And let's get into this video. Today we'll be talking about some weird planes products, and I have an amazing one to start off. But first, I have to ask you a question. Have you ever thought of buying a plane and going driving on a highway? No? Well, me neither, because that's kind of illegal. But what if I told you that this item right here will allow you to semi-do so? This right here is the Kiddieland Disney Planes Dusty Activity Ride-On toy. And look at this. This is a powerhouse of a vehicle. You see, you don't need an engine. You don't need a motor. All you need is a propeller and some kid power. This Dusty Crop Hopper right here has a spinning propeller and a weird steering wheel that you would only find in a Formula One car. Let's read the description for this, why don't we? Hear Dusty play his favorite music with flashing colorful lights. He's probably going to be listening to, I don't know, Down by the Bay where the watermelons grow. Specifically I don't know. Did CoComelon make one of those? No idea. Propellers rotate to changing light-up patterns. Here's the image that coincides with that right there. This is a really cool picture, by the way. Like, the spinning of the propellers, and it lights up as well. Imagine driving one of these at dusk with a beautiful purple-pink sky. Come on, like, you're living the life right there. Press to hear realistic engine liftoff and landing sounds, even though this thing's not going to be going anywhere except for forward and backwards. Steer and turn for great driving fun. They spelled great wrong. This is the incorrect great for this situation. Okay then, they spelled great Grate, by the way. Also, to my knowledge, the steering of this thing doesn't actually work. So, have fun trying to steer this thing left and right. But I want to take a look at this control panel right here that we have. So, on the left side, on the left bottom, it's got like a little stop either button or like pulley thing. Not sure what that's going to do. We have the music button on the actual controller. And of course, Dusty, after he listens to Down by the Bay, he's going to listen to Baby Shark. Because why not? Because, you know, it's still 2019, right? Baby Shark, doo-doo. I'm sorry. And while he's driving, while the kid is driving, instead of having a giant Tesla touchscreen where you can watch Hulu, because they have live sports apparently, you can watch El Chupacabra's latest race. Or just stare at a picture of El Chew on a green background. Anyway, if you don't want to get this in the original orange color, you can get it in red. The better of the two colors. This right here is the same thing, the same concept, but it is the ending paint job from Planes, Fire, and Rescue, which is the superior movie in my opinion. Anyways, there are different modems of transportation that have Dusty Crop Hopper's face on them. There's a whole bunch of different bikes, like this one, that has hubcaps for some reason. Or like this one, that doesn't have hubcaps for some reason. But my favorite is the three-wheeled tricycle-looking thing with a big wheel on the front. That's what those old things were called, the big wheel. I was trying to figure out what the old like little scooter things that we all used to drive when we were kids. The big wheel. That's what this reminds me of. It seems like it's got two handlebars that you can, I guess, steer with, and then it's got two pedals on the front that you can drive. Still no motor. Imagine putting an engine on one of these things with like 1,000 horsepower. You would need a helmet, but that would be kind of fun. Don't actually do that, please. That can cause some serious damage. Anyways, let's go from outside to inside. When you're done playing with your favorite Dusty Crop Hopper driving toy, you're going to come inside and you want to take a bath, because you're outside, you got a little dirty. Maybe you drove into a ditch like you're Gordon from one of the earlier seasons of Thomas. You're going to need to go take a bath, right? And that's where this next item comes in. The Bath Time Paint Set from Plains Fire and Rescue. It includes 4 bath paints, a paint tray, a brush, and a sponge. And let's just take a look at the different paints that you can use. You can use Windlifter, Dusty Crop Hopper, whatever the red guy's name is, or Cabby from Plains Fire and Rescue. I'm just getting word that the red guy is named Blade Ranger. Now, you also have a little tray that you can mix the paints in. But yeah, no, this right here would be perfect for that. So, after you're done taking your bath, you're going to go to bed, right? You see, your parents are going to come in. They're going to read you a bedtime story. They're going to give you a kiss on the forehead. And they're going to tuck you in to go to sleep. And then they're going to walk out and close the door, leaving your dark room and you in your bed, scared, because you don't want Sully to be in the closet. In order to not be scared, you're going to need a night light. That's where the imaginative lighting Philips Disney Plains light comes in. Now, when I first saw this product, I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. You put the light next to your bed, and then you punch it, and it turns on. And then I actually read what the packaging says. Sensor nightlight. It has a motion sensor, which I guess when you're near it, it lights up. I assume you're going to need batteries for this thing. But yeah. Or you could get the different option, which is just a boring tableside lamp. Yeah, not sure why you're going to want a tableside lamp with Dusty Crop Hopper's face on it. Now, Philips actually made something even better than the non-punchable sensor light. They made a Dusty Crop Hopper model with a light inside of it that you can hang from the ceiling and it'll light up your room, just like he lights up the skies every time he wins a race. Dusty Crop Hopper is now Dusty Night Light. It sounded better in my head. By the way, in this picture, you can see the bedside lamp behind him. I just noticed that. That's great. This next item is an item that I think everyone could use. Because speaking is a hard thing. Sometimes you'll be saying something and then you blah 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 blah.
What did he say?
And it slips out and the person you're talking to is like, what in the world did you just say? But this product can help you with that. This is the Soar and Learn plane, which teaches words, capital and lowercase letters, counting, and matching. Dusty Crop Hopper right here has a screen on his head. They took his brains out and replaced it with a screen. They tried to warn us. They tried to warn us that technology was going to take over. And look at Dusty. Look what they did to poor Dusty Crop Hopper. And they also gave him a keyboard, which is using QWERTY. Yes, this is a QWERTY keyboard by VTech. Also got some numbers on the top right there. So yeah, it says it's for ages 3 to 6 years. But hey, typing and language and speaking is hard, okay? So this can be used for kids from 2 to 92. Now, this final item that I have right here is one that anyone can use, especially college students. You see, nowadays in school, we don't use pencil or paper or pens and paper. We use laptops. We use Microsoft Word or Google Docs. to do things. And these laptops can be expensive, and if they break, it's going to be even worse. That's why I think everyone should invest in the Learning Laptop by VTech. It also teaches words, but it teaches math and logic. Can you believe it? It teaches logic. This right here has taught Logic everything he knows. This is the Learning Laptop right here. On the front we have Dusty Crophopper, Skipper, El Chupacabra, and Ripslinger. And for some reason we have a Dusty Crophopper in the middle. It looks like a compass for some reason. Now, when you open this, we have Dusty Crophopper in the middle. Okay, so it appears that the Dusty Crophopper is a part of the thing. And it's using the QWERTY keyboard again. That's fantastic. Great job. Unfortunately, the screen's kind of small. You might need a magnifying glass or some glasses. But you can do a whole bunch of different things. You can learn letters and words. You can pick a propeller, number fun, shapes, or you can look at Dusty's photo album. Dusty probably has some pictures of when he went to the lake with his best friend named Doug. Dusty and Doug went to the lake and only Dusty returned. Or you could look at the fuel pump letters, the word garage. Apparently Ned and Zed might attack you, so be careful with that one. Through the storm. You can go through the storm, because why not? Hey, by the way, if you're going to go through a storm, make sure you have a detornadoifier. Or you could even witch wrench. Yep. You could even witch wrench. Maybe I need to buy one of these to fix my speaking. Oh, there's 10 more on the other side, apparently. You can pick apart. You can spare parts. You can shape tunnels. You can add them up. Take them away. You can airplane spotter. Top tricks. Perfect passing. Or big dream. And the final thing is the Wings Around the Globe Rally. Now, I don't know if Brent Mustang Burger is going to be presiding over that one, but let me know how it goes if you do buy this thing. Yeah, that right there is another episode of Weird Products. A huge thank you to Ty for allowing me to do this. I am always grateful to work with one of my best friends here in the cars community. But yeah, let me know if you're gonna maybe buy any of these products. Who knows? I might buy the laptop just so I can learn how to properly speak. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next video. This is your favorite guest host, YouTuber, Rusty's95, signing out. Bye!